Andor, Season 2, Episode 4. Welcome to Mirror Domains, and this is my Star Wars Andor, Season 2, Episode 4, full live watch-along. Guys, we watched all 3 episodes last week on Wednesday, and so shall it be this week on Wednesday. We'll be watching episodes 4, 5, 6. If you haven't watched one of these from me before, and this is your first time here, obviously I can't show you the entire image here on the side because of copyright. You know how this works, right? You do know how this works, right? Yeah. So, I know it's annoying for some, but I do record this live, so me switching back and forth here is a way to, well, get around some of it. And I apologize if you don't like it, but it's meant for you guys to take your own window from Disney Plus, put it up over mine, we'll sync it together, and forever we will watch Star Wars Andor, Episode 4, right here on Mirror Domains. I'm hitting the play button now. And this is just the previously on. So I will fast forward through the previously on, and then I'll give you the timestamp once we actually get going so that we can sync our things up together. It's not giving me the fast forward button there. Oh yeah, it's Mon Mothma dancing. Guys, there's like a 1 hour video of Mon Mothma dancing on the Star Wars site. And I watched it. Okay, so Brasso got his number punched, and we are starting Star Wars Andor, Episode 4, right here. Right now. Hitting the skip intro. And we're off. Star Wars Andor, Episode 4, right now. Audio sync. 1 year later. So this is after Mon Mothma had that person killed, right? BBY3. So the Death Star, no, it wouldn't be going. I'm guessing that operations on that Ghorman planet would be underway, right? X. Our Last Vikings in Live Chat says, happy hump day, James. Chris Schober, hey, James, how long is this episode? I really like the first 3 episodes. Yeah, the first 3 were, well, the second one was kind of meh. This one looks like it comes in just around the 49-minute mark. And then we'll take a quick break. I am going to chop it up this week. Last week we watched it all in one big, long live stream, and I figured I'll chop it up because we had some copyright issues. They still tried to claim it. And I had to mute a whole bunch of sections, which I wasn't too happy about. This way, I figure if we just chop it up into its 3 segments, it'll be easier to isolate. Fix? Okay.
I know you wanted him to live, but Cassian said he'd seen your face.
Is this a flashback? No, this is a year forward. Interrogation?
Might be a bit late now.
Huh, might be a bit late, huh? Obviously, his name wasn't important, obviously.
Right?
She's dreaming, right? This is a dream? She's hallucinating, okay. So she's having some major PTSD. I like Adria Arjona. Dr. Gorst. Oh yeah, because was Gorst the one that was torturing them in the first season? Yeah. Fix his PTSD big time, yeah.
It's when I relax. Still.
A year long is a long time to grieve, a long time to get over something, isn't it? When it's that long, you know the damage is deep. So are they on Coruscant? Where is this? Ghorman. Okay, here we go. This is the planet that's going to get like annexed by the Empire, right? For their mineral, their ore or whatever. Crystals? I don't know, something to help the Death Star, right? Cyril? This guy likes to apparently ad lib a bunch of stuff into his work. I was watching some of the behind the scenes videos for this. Krishover, do you think we will get a deep dive into any arc character for this season, James? Well, it seems like we'll get more of Cyril and Daedra. Daedra's always good in my books. It's this. So he's just rigging it up to see if somebody's come into the place when he's away, right? So if he comes home and he sees that it snapped, somebody's been in there. Yeah, I think Andor and Bix are on Coruscant. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Nice set.
Mother? The other way?
So he talking to his mother on this is weird. Spiders. Web weavers.
Harlow?
He says you're deluded if you think Ghorman was a promotion.
I like this kind of overdub narration of giving us exposition. Okay, so Cyril's on the planet.
Fixed it, you'd made it back. People died trying for a death.
Right. So did he and Daedra split up? I don't think so. People are spying in on his conversation.
He must have seen him.
Well, Palpatine name drop there.
It's propaganda.
They said there was going to be a propaganda campaign on this planet, right? So they're spies. People are tapped into their comms. And you know what? The Empire probably knows that people are tapped into their comms. Thanks for the words of encouragement, Mother. Yeah, back to business. What? I fast forwarded through the commercials. I don't know why we're getting a commercial here, guys. I apologize. I'll give you a time code after this. I fast forwarded through all the commercials. I have the commercial version of Andor. And I fast forwarded it through it all. But it still seemed to activate for some reason. Anyway, we're off to a decent start, I think. All right, we're back. Timestamp. Timestamp of just over 12 minutes and 7 seconds. Rylands. Apparently they made up this language. Kind of like Huttese. So it is spies. That's going to be an interesting challenge as an actor, right? Trying to breathe life into a language that doesn't exist. Coruscant.
What for? Let me see the bar.
And
The mission is dinner. I think we can handle it.
yeah. Yeah, James, haven't seen Coruscant in a few years, but it's nice to see it back in Star Wars TV shows. Huttese with a French twist, Arglass says. Yeah. They were saying that it was inspired in some of the certain, not dialects of French, but like it was inspired by French, right? So, Andor and Bix enter a grocer of some kind. What is that thing in the background? Peppers.
It's tougher than he looks.
Man, I wish I could have hot sauce and stuff. My stomach just, I can have it, but I pay for it later in the night because of my acid reflux. I had just a little bit of Frank's Red Hot on a sandwich, on a chicken sandwich the other day, and it got me, man. Stop the Empire? Another spider. What, are you supposed to eat it? Treachery. They're trying to break through. They're trying to This is the resistance, right? And they're trying to poke through to see if they can recruit any insiders with spiders. I think he knows that he's getting played here, though, right? I think he knows that this is his role.
Already tarnished.
We're tired. We needed the rest. Clean it with Dirjo.
So it looks like they've come and gone from this place a couple of times, right? Is this a rifle?
About what happened on the mission? The soldier?
I don't think she'll like that. She wants acknowledgement that a price was paid, right?
I can't stop seeing his face.
Is this about the Imperial officer that tried to, assault her? Now, their Empire's main mission was mining, right? A year into the operation, you think that they would have been really further along into this operation. Everything seems surface level. They're just talking about the spiders and the silk. Oh, it's broken. So somebody's been inside. Didn't quite see that. What was that?
No. I'm not gonna fall for that one.
So they'd be putting themselves at risk.
Just trying to protect.
Because there's facial recognition software out there that they see their faces. Yeah. Light Blinded Fool says, they said last week the mining operation is pretty much ready to go, but they will have to find a way not to cause a galactic incident if they destroy the planet. Yeah, but didn't Krennic say they didn't really care if the planet gets destroyed? They just want the mining operation to be like, oh, she said I love you.
And that we didn't spend together, but I'm trying not to count on anything anymore.
Yeah.
Because you saw my face.
Killed the boy to protect you. So now we get a little bit more context as to what they were talking about before. I think Cyril is being asked to a town meeting at a specific location. Yeah, I think so. You will. But it's going to come at a cost. That's foreshadowing, right? 21 minutes in, guys. 21 minutes and 40 seconds. Now. I heard that this is the last season. Yeah, I heard that this was the last season too. I don't understand how that all went. I must have missed some of the news cycle where originally it was planned for 5 seasons, and then I heard it was going to get cut down to 3. And now I hear that this is just the final one. So this will lead into the events of Rogue One, which is a shame because this is really well done.
I know you.
It's gonna want after hours clearance.
Escort me, I would say. He's seemed to work. So I'm guessing that he's going to feed them information to expose their underground ring of resistance, and then Dedra will come in and squash them like a bug.
Are you?
The safe room.
You were careful.
Yes, of course. Always. Look, I don't know.
Hmm. So this is part of the
What
plan.
else could it be?
Because Dedra's smart. Hmm. Okay. Guys, I'm sorry. I thought I fast forwarded through all these commercials. Because when I went over the little buttons here, it said it wasn't usually when I go over these buttons, they play, and if they don't play, then it's good. So I'm going to go over the last 2 buttons here right now, and then we'll finish these commercial breaks. Okay, so I went. Okay, so I clicked through the last 2 commercial breaks. We should be able to go through that without incident. Okay. Partagas. So we're at 24:27, 24:30.
Giving us a total of 8 seizures yielding 200,000 credits, 70.
Hmm.
Supervisor Hirt.
Yes, sir.
The Axis desk.
Hmm.
Speculating. Where's the intel? It's what we squeeze from these arrests that matters.
So they're dragging their feet here, and he's upset. She's gonna have some information. Oh, you're arresting too many people.
Can't take it all in.
Not enough manpower. So you're in over your head, is what you're saying.
Supervisor Young raises a serious issue. The problem.
So the Emperor wants more. More. And if you can't handle your workload, the Emperor will replace you.
I'm having the same problems. Can't keep up.
I'm guessing this is probably your last day on the job. If you're an Imperial officer and you're giving in some bad news. If it weren't for the subtitles, I wouldn't remember any names of the Imperial forces. Yeah.
It's my desk now, Dedra.
She wants Andor.
Has it ever crossed your mind that Partagas put me on Axis because I don't seek glory?
Wow. Yeah. So Dedra's not working on that Ghorman project. So that's why she has Cyril there. Okay. So she can get inside. And it's weird because Krennic really liked her take, right? Ah, the dancing one. Mothma. Oh, cool. That's the Senate building in the background, right? That's cool that we get to see that building.
Why? Perhaps he just likes to see us dance.
I see what you did there. Do you think we can get a Bail Organa cameo in here somewhere? That'd be cool to see Jimmy Smith's. Same plots for Alderaan, Chris. Yeah. I could use a Jimmy Smith's cameo. So she's trying to work a deal here. You'll be crushed. You know what? She's done such a good job of playing this character. When you think Mon Mothma, you think her now, right? Her face is, it's hers now.
I'm not sure linking anything to Ghorman right now.
I had to look up what the original Mon Mothma looked like the other day.
No.
So she's not getting the support she wants. I'm guessing they don't know about the mining project, though, right? Can't take the risk. 31 minutes in, guys, so just about 15, 16 minutes left. I wonder what the plots would have been for Andor Season 3 and Season 4, James. I think they would have stretched things out a little bit too much. I think if they went to 5 seasons, it would have been drawn out. A few too many filler episodes. Here we go.
3 months. I didn't have anything solid until today.
Luthen?
Dedra Miro's running Ghorman.
Okay, so Dedra is running it. Okay, so she's running it, but they're not declaring it to everybody else that she is.
Why? She's a hunter, not a spin doctor. Maybe she's... I don't have it. I'm trying.
All they know is that they're arresting people. They're putting pressure out there. You got to do your research. Research the planet. What else is possibly on there, right? That's the only way I would try to unravel this. So that felt like there was really nothing conclusive in that debriefing that Luthen really wanted to get.
Orphique Marchaud à Land-Umbralège.
Hmm.
Jakem soit prendre Kofef. Sa Kofef, Bonflo d'Anvet. Schlinguet.
You can hear the French influence in the dialogue, huh?
Les Indes.
I like this because it's also paying a little bit of homage and respect to the French language, right? Ooh, so there's definitely dissent here on how to proceed. What? Another commercial? Guys, you saw me. You saw me go to the commercial break and say fast forward. I guess we just have to roll with it. I will make sure, though, that these commercials will not be present in episode 5. We are going to take a little bit of a break because I'm going to get some protein while I set up episode 2. And then we'll just go through, we'll go through episode 5 and 6 back to back. Building on the memorial. They promised. Tarkin massacre.
Across the memorial. Now they know the truth.
Governor Tarkin. They're building an armory. Yeah. At this point, we have nothing but rumors.
He's telling them he doesn't know.
I like how this episode is unfolded, though, because I didn't know that. I didn't think that Dedra was in control of this, but she is. And this is her mole.
Cyril.
But he is. That's true.
Cyril Karn.
Rylance.
I saw you from the stage.
I stand out that much.
That one actor does seem familiar, though. I don't think he's somebody I recognize, but his facial structure looks reminiscent of somebody else.
It might be helpful to have your advice.
So they're looking for allies on the Imperial side. And that's why they're inviting Cyril in.
Well, I have nothing to do with the annex.
You must have
They want. They're really pressing him here. That's why he's here. They want to know what he knows.
Moff Tarkin killed 500 peaceful, unarmed Ghormans.
Tarkin. Looks like an older Viggo Mortensen. Yeah.
some good together.
They're doing a good job of making us sympathize with the Ghormans, right? And I think it has to do with the manner, that actor's manner. You want to trust him. You want to be on his side. And it's going to suck when the Imperial forces put their foot down on him, because he's going to suffer. Okay, so we're back with Bix and Andor on Coruscant. 40-minute mark. 40-minute mark. Coming up in 6 seconds. Minute mark now. So are they supposed to be surveilling somebody? I thought they were hiding there.
Do they make the fabric? No. I want you to try something different.
So Luthen's
There's a rebel pilot that went down and we tried to help, but I can't go.
so they're going to dispatch Andor. Go figure out what's going on with this Ghorman situation. The whole situation is sus.
Place to turn our way.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave Bix. Yeah. Okay. See, another commercial, and I fast forwarded through it all. This will not happen again, James. Yeah. Would you leave Bix the way in her emotional state that she is? Because when you are like that, you make mistakes. Like she wanted to go for a walk in a very busy park where there's cameras. And it's one little slip up that'll cost you. It's quite the risk. Dakar. We're 42 minutes in, exactly. 42 minutes. Okay, we saw those guys in Rogue One. Is this our Forrest Whitaker cameo? Because those buildings look familiar. He's still got his legs. He's not quite robotic. Show him. Saw Gerrera.
Loveliness. How I've dreamt of this.
He's not using his breather thing yet.
Kit.
8 variations.
Who taught you this?
I don't want to see Saw Gerrera get maimed, though. We know that he loses some body parts between here and Rogue One.
A brave one!
Is it toxic? Oh, is that what happens to him? He breathes a little too much of it, and then he has to use that breather thing?
Do you? Boom!
That's a real pleasure to watch him act. I don't know why.
Never alone, but I've done it twice.
And you're still alive.
It's in his eyes, I think, right? He's able to just step into a character and you see it in his eyes. And
Student.
Which variation?
Pick one. Start with your favorite.
Well, we should.
so there it is. Yeah. You're not, you're under his thumb until he says you're not. And we've seen Saw have that, uh, um, his manner before, right? Where it's like, he's that way so that things don't get by him and get the one up on him, right? He's got to be that tough. He's got to be that stern. And obviously it does not always work because you know that his body gets messed up. So is this him basically deciding that he's going to go and they're saying goodbye? They have got good chemistry too, right? Because they're conveying emotion and thought by just looking at each other here, caressing each other's hands. There's no dialogue. You're just acting. That's awesome. I like that. And I like that in the directing as well, that you just let that happen. They were saying goodbye because he's going on the mission. Forrest Whitaker is a master sword man in real life. They missed a trick not casting him as a Jedi or Sith. Yeah. We should watch, if you ever watch Ghost Dog with him, that's a really good film. He plays like an assassin. I think he has a sword in that. Is that a homing beacon? What is that? Poison? A narcotic? Is she hooked on something? Oh yeah, that's the drip, right? That's drip? Is that what they call it? What was it in so she was just pacifying herself. Was it in Obi-Wan when they called it the drip? A certain drug? Or what am I thinking of? The drop or something? Or they put it in their eye or something? No, I'm getting that wrong or something. So that's, I have friends everywhere, guys. That's the end of this episode. I will fast forward through all the commercials for episode 2. We are going to take about a 20-minute break here because I'm going to slam down some protein, have some lunch, just a quick bite. It's not going to take long. And then we'll burn through episode 5 and 6. As far as this one went, I liked how it unraveled with us not knowing exactly too much, right? Like there must have been some stuff here that happened during the year that they're talking about, and it took me a while to clue in, but then they gave me context that, see, why is that now going through in the commercial? Anyway, I like how it was unfolded, and I like how Dedra is behind the scenes being the puppet master. There was a cool scene with Saw Gerrera, for sure, and then Luthen, he seems to be frustrated that they don't have quite all the intelligence that they're getting out of the Ghorman situation. And I liked how that was all played out with the Ghormans and the one Rylance leader, where it's like, I'm going to feel terrible when that goes down and his people get squished, because that guy was just able to embody, like, he thinks he's doing the right thing, and he is doing the right thing about trying to get people on his side and get information, right, to make good calls. But it's going to be to an end where the Empire doesn't care. We know they don't care, and that hammer is going to come down on them, and that's going to be a sad and tough episode to watch when we see his world collide. I think it's his smile, it's his demeanor. There seems to be a gentleness there, right? Like he is trying to do the right thing, and it's gonna all come up bust for him. There's a tragedy on the horizon here for him. But we'll continue on, guys, in just a few minutes for more Mirror Domains Andor reactions. If you guys like this stuff, yeah, there we go. Episode 5 is just around the corner, and then we'll wrap things up today with episode 6. On top of that, we've got movie reviews for Until Dawn and The Accountant 2 and Sinners, full trailer reactions for Weapons, and series reactions for Survivor. And then, of course, we do movie news at least once a week, where we talk about all the trending movie news headlines of the day. Hit thumbs up. Part of a playlist you can follow up there. Pay attention to the channel for the quick reviews that'll come out later on today or tomorrow as well. And I'll see you next time right here on Mirror Domains.